right there. One more time, the handle is at Solutions 939 FM. Well, they say charity begins at home, but this morning we take our charity and talk tennis. Let's kick off this morning by giving you updates coming from the world of tennis. Well, over the last weekend, we had two winners, one in the ATP and one in the WTA. For Carlos Alcaraz, over the last weekend, he trashed the Auto Phillies inside 50 minutes to maintain his unbeaten start to 2026 and also win the Qatar Open in Doha. The Spanish top seed Alcaraz was ruthless from start to finish, converting 5 out of 7 break points as he blew Francis Phillies away in a 6-2, 6-1 victory. Another massive victory for Carlos Alcaraz over the weekend. And for Carlos Alcaraz, the victory means that's the shortest in his career in completed matches and also his 12th victory of the season as he followed up last month Australian Open triumph with his 26th career title. Congratulations to the man this morning, Carlos Alcaraz, winning the Qatar Open just over the last weekend. Now still talking tennis, but this time around coming from the WTA category where we had another winner, Jessica Pegula. Actually had a great start to 2026, beating Elina Svitolina in straight set to win the Dubai Tennis Championship. The American 4th seed Pegula reached the semi-finals of the Brisbane International and also the Australian Open earlier this year. But just over the last weekend, she beat 6-2, 6-4. She beat Elina Svitolina to win the Dubai Tennis Championship. That happened on Saturday. And when the lady was speaking, she said, "It is indeed a long time coming. I'm so excited for the victory, and what a perfect birthday gift I got after winning the Dubai Tennis Championship over the last weekend."
Yeah, it's a great birthday present for me. I get to celebrate by flying back home in a few hours, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But just super happy to go home with a trophy. It was a great week.
There was a lot of support for you this entire week and a lot of people supporting good tennis. What do you want to tell everyone that came out there?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out to support us. It was a great atmosphere, especially the last 2 nights. Not only supporting me, but supporting all the girls here that compete and fight so hard every single day all week. So I know that we really appreciate it. What's most fun for us is being able to play in front of the fans. So thank you guys so much for coming out.
The voice of Jessica Pegula, the winner of the Dubai Tennis Championship just over the last weekend. Woman said she's so excited to win her first career title just over the last weekend. So in case you don't know, for Jessica Pegula, she said, "It is indeed another interesting one for me after becoming the 3rd American to win in Dubai after Lindsay Davenport and also 3-time champion Venus Williams." Congratulations to the lady. Now still checking out update coming through from the world of tennis this morning. It's all about different ATP event and also WTA event. Well, to come today in the Dubai Tennis Championship, the ATP 500 category, we're gonna see matches go down. Moise Chagi against Giovanni Impecci Pericard, 11 a.m. later today. That pairing will be live. Also to come by 1 p.m. today, Stan Wawrinka will be on court against Benjamin Hassan. Those 2 matches will go down. Felix Auger-Aliassime against Zinzhen Zhang by 4 p.m. today. Not forgetting Quentin Ellis against Jack Draper, 5:30 p.m. Nigerian time. You get to see that match go down. Also in the wee hours of today, some matches have been decided in the Mexican Open, the Acapulco qualification event, ATP 500. In the game between Zachary Rajada, man had to retire as that game was won by Shu Shimbukuro 5-1. And of course, elsewhere, Elias Yamar defeated Nicolas Mejia 6-4, 6-4 he tended. Jim Big Wu also was victorious, beating Rigi Ejikata 6-1, 7-6. While of course, Patrick Gibson won against Chak Wang 6-3, 6-love he tended in the wee hours of today. More matches to go down. Chile Open, Santiago ATP 250 category. We're going to see Andrea Pellegrino against Alex Barina. 7 p.m. Nigerian time. 8:30 p.m. today. Francisco Comensana against Pedro Martinez. So those are the matches to look forward to in the world of tennis later today. Now moving away from tennis, let's take you to the hard court of the NBA. It's all about the NBA regular season. Well, one man, LeBron James, rewrote history in the wee hours of today because the Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James became the first player in the history of the NBA to reach 43,000 career regular season points. He achieved the milestone with a layup midway through the third quarter of that match against the Boston Celtics in the wee hours of today. Even though the Los Angeles Lakers lost the game, but LeBron James actually made history in that particular match in the wee hours of today. Now let's take you back to the hard court of the NBA and let's go catch up with the highlight of that game where LeBron James indeed made history. Even though he lost the game, but man had 43,000 points in his career. It is unprecedented in the NBA history.
Second chance taken away. Jaylen Brown with a free run to the rim. Hauser's already hit a couple of threes. It's a two-man game, knocked away by Hachimura. 3 to shoot. Pritchard's going to have to make it happen. He'll fire from the low dome. Oh! Peyton Pritchard cans one from deep. Works this time. Smart attached to Hauser. That means that Ayton has Brown on the outside. Instead, Pritchard. Straight cash.
Hey, Rich, get out the way and let me do my thing. Like he just, oh my goodness. Nope, sorry, ain't it?
5 seconds. Brown makes his move with 3 seconds. Draws a crowd. It's Pritchard, the buzzer-beating king. Has got another one. Add it to the collection for Peyton Pritchard. You two teaming up on The Voice. I look forward to it. I am, as they would say, I am seated for that. 2 for 1 opportunity. Brown will take it for 3. Wow. He hits. He's really feeling it. It's his 28 30-point game this season. He had 9 all of last year. It's been this guy's night, though. On the step back.
There you go. The Los Angeles Lakers were beaten in the wee hours of today, 89 to 111 points. For Jaylen Brown, the colors of the Boston Celtics netted 32 points, 7 assists and 8 rebounds in the wee hours of today. But for one man, like I said, LeBron James, he made history, reaching for the 3,000 point mark in his game number 1,600 in the regular season of the NBA. Indeed, LeBron James is a living legend. And in case you don't know, LeBron James now sits comfortably ahead of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 38,387 points, followed on the all-time list by Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan. Safe to say, this is the GOAT of basketball. Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James. Now more matches were decided in the wee hours of today in the NBA regular season. Washington Wizards lost at home to Charlotte Hornets 112 to 129 points attended. LA Lakers, like I said earlier, were beaten at home by Boston Celtics 89 to 111 points. Minnesota Timberwolves lost to Philadelphia 76ers 108 to 135 points. The Chicago Bulls were also beaten at home by New York Knicks 99 to 105 points, while of course the Phoenix Suns were on the losing side, losing to Portland Trail Blazers 77 to 92 points. The last game saw LA Clippers beating Orlando Magic, or losing at home to Orlando Magic rather, by 109 to 111 points. Matches decided in the NBA in the wee hours of today. Okay, lastly, coming from basketball this morning, Indiana Pacers point guard Tyrese Haliburton was diagnosed with shingles and it will be away from the team for a few weeks, according to the coach of the Indiana Pacers, Rick Cassell, just yesterday. Well, Haliburton has not played this season in the NBA because of the torn Achilles he suffered in Game 7 of last year's NBA Finals. But according to reports, said he's been on the bench for Indiana Pacers multiple times this season. But just over the weekend, the coach of Indiana Pacers, Rick Cassey, confirmed that Tyrese Haliburton has now been diagnosed with shingles and is going to be away from the team for a few weeks. Updates coming through from basketball. Okay, because of time, let's move on real quick this morning. Let's talk combat sports. This is coming from the UFC. Conor McGregor is once again teasing the possibility of his return to the UFC, and this time he said it's gonna be against a no-name opponent. Remember, for Conor McGregor, his 122 bout in his professional career, and of course he's been out of action since July 2021, but he has repeatedly expressed his interest in taking a fight this year, 2026. And just over the last weekend, particularly on Saturday, the former two-weight champion shared on social media is willing to accept a no-name opponent and also urged the UFC to send him the contract. So get to know the UFC star Conor McGregor might be back in action this year, 2026, and according to reports, it's gonna be against a no-name opponent. Well, check your time. It's 16 minutes gone past 9 o'clock already on the AM side. Now let's talk football. Let's talk about the NPFL. Let's talk about the European leagues. But before then, let's pay some commercials. Let's go on a quick commercial break. When I come back, we talk the NPFL. What's happening to Rama Stars? Now rock bottom of the NPFL standings. All of this and many more will come your way after this commercial break. Stay here. More to come on the show.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
I can't seem to find the right event center for this party.
What's the problem? You sound so worried.
I've been searching for a venue that can handle both the formal ceremony and the casual after party. Nothing seems to fit both moods.
Have you heard of Awenia Arena Event Center?
Awenia Arena? What makes them so special?
They are the perfect blend of elegance and comfort. Their venue is versatile, has the perfect space, event managers, and security for every occasion. And they'll work with you to create the perfect setting for every part of your event.
Wow, this is perfect. Awenia Arena really nailed it.
Yes, they did. Visit us at 116 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Iyano Libati, Okado, Ibadan, or call 0809-360-7888 or 0706-899-4970 to book your event today. Awenia Arena Event Center is where your event finds its perfect fit.
Now listen. As a player, you owe yourself, your team, your coach, and your fans good health. Don't joke with your health. Your superpower is your good health.
Yes, sir! Yes, coach! Let's go!
This message is powered by Solutions 93.9 FM.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
welcome back. Kick-Off Sports Show still live on the Remedy Radio Dial. Solutions 93.9 FM. Ibadan. Yours truly, Omoniyi Alade. You call me the sports wizard. Now let's talk about the Nigerian Premier Football League, NPFL. Match day 27 fixtures decided over the last weekend. Not a good one for Remo Stars. Maybe not a good one for Shooting Stars, you want to say as well. But just over the last weekend, the struggles of the defending champions of the league, Remo Stars, continued. That was on Saturday after they succumbed to 2-1 loss to Wiki Tourist in Jos. And also not a great one for Remo Stars. They are now rock bottom in the NPFL. Also on Saturday, Wiki Tourist played the game. Barao FC also played a game against the Wadi Wolves. That ended goalless in Ozoro. So 2 matches on Saturday, and the rest of the matches were decided yesterday in the NPFL. Yesterday, we saw the games go down. Abia Warriors defeated Kwara United by 1-0. Ikorodu City in Lagos played out a 1-0 against Bayelsa United. Kano Pillars won emphatically against El Kanemi Warriors. 3-0 attended. Elsewhere, Kun Khalifa beat Niger Tornadoes by 2-0. Not forgetting Nasarawa United victory over Bendel Insurance. 1-0 attended. Plateau United defeated Shooting Stars 4-1 just over the last weekend. Not a great result for Shooting Stars. They won by 4 goals in their last game in Abeokuta, and they were beaten by 4 goals in their last game in Plateau State. Rivers United, like I said, played 1-1 draw against the Yimba International also yesterday. Katsina United played out a goalless draw against the Rangers International. The rundown of the matches decided in the NPFL match day 27 fixtures. Now checking out the standings of the league. Like I said, Remo Stars occupy the 28th position, 27 points after 27 games. Not a good one for the defending champions of the league. And topping the table is Ikorodu City, 45 points after 27 matches played. Rangers International second, 44 points after 27 matches. Nasarawa United, 44 points after 27 games in third position. And of course, Rivers United occupy the fourth position, 43 points after playing 23 matches. For Shooting Stars, they now occupy the 8th position, 38 points after 26 matches. So those are the rundown of the standings in the NPFL after match day 27. Okay, because of time, let's take it straight to the English Premier League, where matches were also decided over the last weekend. A great one for Manchester City on Saturday. They cut down the lead of Arsenal to just 2 points. But just yesterday, Arsenal went back and extended their lead to 5 points atop the English Premier League standings. And now it looks like the Gunners fans can smile one more time. Well, over the last weekend, on Saturday, we had plethora of games decided in the English Premier League. Chelsea in action on Saturday. Manchester City in action on Saturday in the English Premier League. Aston Villa played out a 1-1 draw against Leeds United. Brentford lost at home to Brighton by 2-0. Chelsea could not win against Burnley, but it ended 1 goal apiece. West Ham United against AFC Bournemouth ended goalless. Manchester City defeated Newcastle United by 2-1. And yesterday in the EPL, the matches continued. Crystal Palace won, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 1. Sunderland, for the second time back-to-back, lost at the Stadium of Light by 3-1 against the Fulham. Alex Iwobi, the Nigerian player, on the score sheet for Fulham in that encounter. While, of course, the biggest game in the Premier League saw Tottenham Hotspur losing at home to Arsenal Football Club in North London derby. It ended 4-1. A brace from Eberichi Eze, another brace for Victor Gyökeres in that particular encounter. Arsenal have now extended their stay atop the Premier League to just 5 points, even though Manchester City have got a game in hand. And here is the voice of Arsenal's manager, Mikel Arteta, saying it is indeed a good feeling for Arsenal to return to winning ways.
All that noise, all those bullets how about that for a response?
But that's football. I mean, when you watch the game back against Wolves, how the hell you drop 2 points there, nobody can explain it. I mean, but this is the beauty of it. And then looks like it's the end of the world. And you look at your players and the way they react and how much you want it. And I said it. I feel very, very privileged to work with them every single day. I knew we were going to react. In football, you can win, draw, or lose. But the attitude that we showed today, the desire, the dominance, it was really impressive. So I'm really happy.
How soon?
There you go, the voice of Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta reacting after that emphatic victory 4-1 over Tottenham Hotspur just yesterday in the English Premier League. While in the Premier League, some players were racially abused. We had Wesley Fofana of Chelsea who suffered a racial abuse just over the last weekend. Not just that, Tolu Arokodare, the Super Eagles player, also was abused racially after he lost a penalty kick in that game his team played over the last weekend. And for Chelsea manager William Rosino, he said there must be stronger racism penalties in the English Premier League and even in the world of football generally. Let's hear from the man this morning, Chelsea's head coach William Rosino, saying he wants a stronger racism penalties.
Upsetting. It's upsetting when anyone and there's context that needs to be had in terms of this situation. Always there has to be context to it. What I will say, you can see any form of racism in society, let alone football, is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I cannot speak about an incident where an investigation is ongoing. I won't speak about that incident. What I would say is when you see a player upset, how Vinicius Junior was upset, normally they're upset for a reason. I've been racially abused myself. I know people have been racially abused. And what people have to understand is when you are judged for something that you should be proud of, it is the worst feeling you can ever possibly imagine. There are historical things to racism. I need to, as manager of this unbelievable football club, make my statement on it. If any player or any coach or any manager is ever found guilty of racism, they shouldn't be in the game. Shouldn't be in the game. It's as simple as that for me. But what I will not do categorically is talk about one incident when there's an ongoing investigation.
Well, the voice of Chelsea's head coach William Rosino right there speaking after one of his players, Wesley Fofana, was racially abused in that game against Burnley over the last weekend. Okay, away from the English Premier League this morning in the Spanish La Liga, Barcelona won their game yesterday against their opponent. 3-0 for Barcelona. Another great work, another great job done by Barcelona, returning to the summit of the Spanish La Liga. Yes, Barcelona now tops the Spanish La Liga after Real Madrid could not win their game against Osasuna over the last weekend. Okay, to wrap the show up this morning, the matches are set to go down today in the Premier League. Monday Night Football, it's going to be at the Il Dickinson Stadium. Everton hosting Manchester United, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Manchester United under Michael Carrick have been a joy to watch. Are they going to win tonight encounter? Fingers crossed, wait to see how it all plays out in the Spanish La Liga. Same time, Deportivo Alaves against Girona. And to come in the Serie A tonight, 2 matches, one by 6:30 p.m. Fiorentina against the Pisa. Bologna against Udinese by 8:45 p.m. Nigerian time. These are matches to look forward to across Europe tonight in different leagues. Okay, with that, let's anchor the show this morning because we're pressed for time already. Remember, coming up by 9:30 a.m. is gonna be from the dailies. Comrade Adedam Olalafenwa alongside Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokwe. Remember, Sport is live. Always participate actively in sporting activities. My name is Omoni Alade. You call me the sports wizard. Till I come your way again, stay safe, stay hydrated. No matter the matter, stay positive. SARS, good morning reading coming right up.
Really?
Good morning, my neighbor.